By 14, her pranks had gotten crazier and she had 10,000 followers. She started targeting strangers with lies, weaving stories to spark chaos. She'd take people's children at the park, watch them search for their kids, and return the kids to the family after a while. She'd video them arguing, accusing each other of negligence. One of her Lost Kid Chaos videos showed a mother nearly getting a heart attack after discovering her kid was missing. That particular video had over 15,000 views, and she bragged about it at dinner.
These people are so gullible, Amelia.
Soon, she began racking hundreds of dollars in. She bought better equipment, like a GoPro for sneaky angles. Her stunts became elaborate, crossing lines I couldn't even fathom. One Saturday, she poured liquid soap across a mall's floor near an escalator and hid in a nearby store with her camera rolling. Shoppers slipped, their bags flying. A mother with a stroller almost fell. A teen's smoothie splattered. An older man fell hard. Lila couldn't stop laughing as she edited the clips later, adding cartoon boing sounds to the crashes. My younger sister Lila was always hungry for more. Even as a kid, she'd hoard candy, snatch toys, and cry if she didn't get the biggest slice of cake. It was as if greed was woven into her bones, like a fire that burned brighter with every year. By the time she hit middle school at 13, she discovered YouTube, where she said creators raked in fortunes. We weren't poor. Our parents had stable jobs, and our house was filled with everything we needed. But Lila's hunger wasn't about need. It was about power, and about having more than anyone else. I was 17, watching her spiral, but I was powerless to stop it.
Why should I wait for Mom and Dad's money? I'm gonna be rich, Amelia. You'll see.
That's when Lila launched her YouTube channel, Lila's Vibe. At 13, her heart set on fame. She was obsessed with dance challenges and the viral routines that lit up her phone screen. She'd haul our tripod to the backyard, prop her phone against it, and dance under the sun, mimicking influencers. She'd spend hours editing, layering sparkly filters and bold text, certain that each video would catapult her to stardom. But after a month, her channel was still stuck at just 50 subscribers, who were mostly her classmates and a few of our cousins who pitied her. Lila realized that dance videos weren't cutting it. She craved something louder, something to make the world bow to her. That's when she discovered pranks. Lila switched gears immediately, diving into scary pranks with a scary zeal. Her first stunts were small but cruel, designed to startle and humiliate people. At school, she'd wedge herself into lockers during lunch and hide her phone in her backpack, waiting for unsuspecting freshmen to pass. Then she'd burst out with a piercing scream and laugh at them when they flinch and stumble. Some would spill their lunch trays out of shock. One video captured a quiet boy tripping over his own feet, his soda splashing across the floor while Lila laughed. She titled it Locker Freakout Frenzy and posted it without a second thought, racking up 500 views overnight. Her subscriber count ticked to 1,000, and she grinned like she'd cracked a secret code.
These kids are so easy, Amelia. They scream, I film, and the world eats it up.
Encouraged by the response, Lila took her pranks beyond school, her greed pushing her to bolder and meaner territory. At the local mall, she'd fake dramatic collapses in crowded stores, crumpling near clothing racks or in the food court, with her phone set to capture everything. Shoppers would freeze, some rushing to her side, others calling for help. When Lila saw them panicking, she would spring up, laughing and revealing the prank as she grabbed her phone and ran. One video showed an elderly woman clutching her purse, trembling as she tried to dial 911, only for Lila to skip away, giggling. She titled that one, Mall Meltdown Mania, and it hit 5,000 views in a day. Her subscribers, which has reached 5,000, praised her and asked for more. By 14, her pranks had gotten crazier and she had 10,000 followers. She started targeting strangers with lies, weaving stories to spark chaos. She'd take people's children at the park, watch them search for their kids, and return the kids to the family after a while. She'd video them arguing, accusing each other of negligence. One of her Lost Kid Chaos videos showed a mother nearly getting a heart attack after discovering her kid was missing. That particular video had over 15,000 views, and she bragged about it at dinner.
These people are so gullible, Amelia.
Soon, she began racking hundreds of dollars in. She bought better equipment, like a GoPro for sneaky angles. Her stunts became elaborate, crossing lines I couldn't even fathom. One Saturday, she poured liquid soap across a mall's floor near an escalator and hid in a nearby store with her camera rolling. Shoppers slipped, their bags flying. A mother with a stroller almost fell. A teen's smoothie splattered. An older man fell hard. Lila couldn't stop laughing as she edited the clips later, adding cartoon Boeing sounds to the crashes. Slip and Slide Shenanigans exploded with 50,000 views, and her subscribers, which has now 30,000, called her Savage and the Prank Queen. One day, she hired a classmate called Ethan to stage a fake robbery outside a gas station at dusk. Ethan wore a ski mask and waved a toy gun, shouting at customers to get on the ground, while Lila filmed from a parked car across the lot. A family screamed, a woman dropped her phone in terror, and a man lunged at Ethan, thinking he was real. Lila called it off just as the man slapped Ethan. She and Ethan were laughing hysterically as she grabbed her camera and fled. The video hit 100,000 views, but it made me feel sick, watching strangers' raw fear, knowing Lila had orchestrated it for clout. Another time, she targeted a public library, rigging a study room with fake blood and a hidden speaker blaring tortured screams. She waited outside, filming as patrons ran out, some crying, others shouting about a possible attack. A librarian who'd even once helped Lila with a school project collapsed. Lila didn't even care. She also staged a fake charity scam at a farmer's market, posing as a volunteer collecting donations for a made-up orphanage. She'd pocket the cash, then accidentally drop a fake wad of bills, filming as vendors and shoppers argued over who it belonged to. One video showed two men nearly fighting over the fake money. It got 80,000 views, and her subscribers kept praising her. Our parents tried to talk to her. Our dad sat her down one day after work and begged her to stop those pranks. Our mom also pleaded with her in tears, warning her about the lives she was ruining. I talked to her too, but her greed was a fortress, blocking our voices. She'd roll her eyes and pretend to be listening while her mind was already plotting her next viral hit.
Lila, this isn't fun anymore. You're playing with people's emotions. Stop before it's too late.
You're all jealous I'm making bank. I'm a star and you can't stand it.
We didn't know that as we were speaking to her, she was recording everything. The next day, she posted the video and titled it, "My Family Hates My Hustle." Her subscribers unleashed a wave of hate, calling our pathetic control freaks, and me a jealous loser trying to sabotage Lila's glow-up. I felt so sad, like I'd been betrayed by my own blood. Lila didn't apologize. In fact, she bragged about the video's 250,000 views. Her greed was consuming her morals, her family, and even her soul. By 15, her channel had 200,000 subscribers, and she was earning thousands monthly from ads, merch, and brand deals. She bought designer jackets, a new iPhone, even a drone for cinematic prank shots. Her room was like a shrine to her success, overflowing with packages and camera gear. She didn't care who she hurt, whether it was strangers, her classmates, or even us, her family. As long as the views poured in, she was okay. When we thought at least she wouldn't do anything crazier than she'd done, then came the dare that changed everything. Lila's subscribers, egged on by her reckless content, started pushing her to go bigger. One commenter dared her to film a prank in the Hollow, which was a notorious neighborhood on the edge of town. Everyone knew the Hollow was a no-go zone. It was a maze of crumbling buildings where gangs ruled, and even cops didn't dare to go there. Everyone avoided it like a plague. But Lila saw the dare as her ticket to 1 million subscribers. She announced she'd go live from the Hollow, promising the ultimate prank that would break the internet. I begged her not to go. So did our parents. Lila, people die there. You're not invincible. You shouldn't go there. What's come over you?
You're all scared of nothing. My fans want this, and I'm giving it to them. I'll be a legend.
The next evening, Lila snuck out to the Hollow with her camera and tripod. She went live as she stood on the street. 300,000 viewers tuned in within 5 minutes. She planned to prank a group of locals by pretending to be a lost tourist, then accidentally dropping fake money to spark a fight. But the Hollow wasn't a mall or a gas station. It was a predator's den, and Lila was prey. She approached a group of girls lounging on a stoop, Lila started her act, babbling about being lost, but the girls weren't amused. One snatched her camera, and when Lila tried to grab it, they attacked her. The live captured everything. The girls beat her up so mercilessly. Lila screamed and begged for forgiveness, but the girls refused to stop. Her viewers watched as the girls continued pounding her, kicking her ribs, stomping her ankle, punching her face until one eye was swollen shut and her lips ballooned with blood. Lila crawled away, barely conscious, and collapsed on the roadside. A kind truck driver passing through was the one who found her and rushed her to the hospital. Meanwhile, her subscribers turned on her. Comments flooded in, mocking her as a gullible fool and fake tough girl. Overnight, her follower count plummeted from 200,000 to 20,000, her fans abandoning the queen they'd once worshipped. At the hospital, doctors revealed that she had a broken rib, a fractured ankle, a concussion, and severe bruising. Her face was like a map of pain, looking all purple and swollen, one eye useless, her lips split and bleeding. According to them, she'd limp for years, maybe even forever. Mom and Dad visited her. They looked so sad and angry. They also refused to pay for her treatment, saying she'd brought this on herself. All Lila's YouTube earnings went to medical bills, draining her account to zero. When she was discharged, she came home a shell of the girl she'd been. Her limp was really pronounced, and her face was scarred. Her confidence was also gone. She begged Mom and Dad to transfer her to a new school, desperate to escape the shame waiting for her.
No, Lila, you made these choices. Now you face them.
School was brutal. Her classmates had seen the live stream, shared clips, and turned her pain into a meme. They laughed as she limped through the halls, whispering "prank queen" and "hollow loser." Boys mimicked her screams and girls sneered at her scars. Lila, once the untouchable star, was now nothing. She'd cry in her room at night, begging me to help her, but I couldn't erase what she'd done. Her greed had built this cage, and now she was trapped inside.
Amelia, I'm sorry. I didn't know it'd end like this. I just wanted to be somebody.
I pitied her, but I was angry too. She'd hurt so many people, all for views and money. Her apology couldn't undo the pain she'd caused. Still, I sat with her sometimes, listening as she mourned the life she'd lost. Even as I graduated high school a year later and started college, Lila remained stuck, limping through her sophomore year. She couldn't take pictures or videos because she was traumatized. My parents eventually forgave her and tried to help her, but she seemed to be really traumatized. She'd learned the hardest lesson that greed devours everything. She's in college now, still suffering. She's unable to make friends or appear on camera. She's my sister, so regardless of what she did, I'm still hoping she gets over the trauma one day. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below saying I subscribed, and we will try our best to reply to your comment.